All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing more Yakuza 2. Yes, the bagger of Dojima returns. We're gonna still just be cranking out the mini game stuff, at least what's available right now. Which is plenty. Believe me. I just want the minigame stuff out of the way, because a lot of the minigames are really grindy, especially in this one. So I kind of just want them pushed off to the side, at least for the most part, before we keep going forward. It'll just be nicer later on that way. So, who's ready for bagging? Wrong scene. My bad. That's the wrong one. Whoops. Was born ready? Of course, of course. Holy shit, they did it again. This is a Celsius flavor I had never seen before. Of course I had to try it. This one was cherry cola, which I had my skepticism about, certainly. How do they do this stuff? They made it taste like identical to a cherry Pepsi. I shit you not. Like, that is exactly a cherry Pepsi. This isn't the first time they've done something like this either. I have previously on stream been shocked by other flavors, like how they got the icy one to taste exactly like an icy. How the fuck do they do that? That is so weird. It tastes like I'm drinking Pepsi. It does. That just tastes like Pepsi. Exactly like Pepsi, even. That's fucking crazy. Cherry cola does not sound good. You guys not have cherry cola in Italy? Or in, I guess, Europe in general? Like cherry Coke, cherry Pepsi? That is weird. It's delicious. But I'm just shocked. We have cherry Pepsi and Coke in the UK. I don't live in the city, so I don't know. Oh. I prefer Pepsi. I also prefer Pepsi. I learned recently that False enjoys Coke more. I don't know how to feel about it. Good start. I thought I put too much curve on it, but I'll take it. Soda is soda. Yeah, I don't drink soda typically. I have my energy drink on stream, but other than that. And even then, for energy drinks, I choose the stuff that's like... Maybe? I almost quit out on that, too. I drink the stuff that's like no sugar, no aspartame, etc. I was like, there's a chance it could tip over. And it didn't even, like, it barely tipped over in time. That was awesome. Fuck. No bags yet. We're not bagging yet. Do you know why Mine Gaiden is called Dark Ties? It's about cutting his dark ties with the corporate world to become Yakuza like a dragon. This sounds like fanfic. It could totally be legit, but this sounds like fan fiction. I thought it was gonna be, you know, him forming dark ties with the Yakuza. What is it called in Japan? What's the Japanese title? Is it Dark Ties? I thought it was because Mine had dark ties. I thought his tie was dark. It is called Dark Ties. Okay. This is fucking good. That's not gonna last me long because I'm gonna keep sipping it because it's delicious. I'm still a little put off by how accurate it is. But shit, dude. How do they do that? How do they... Oh. There's not even anything near it. Damn it. Not excited for Kiwami 3 after the controversy? Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. There's a chance, a very minimal chance, but a chance that they actually replace him. I wouldn't bet my money on it, but they could do it. I did see his talent manager put out a statement saying that at this rate it will be fine, or it will be hard for him to find future work in general, regardless of how this plays out, just because of how much controversy is now surrounding him. This was last night that I saw this, like, pretty late. Like, right before I went to sleep, I saw this on Twitter. Oh no, it's the consequences of his actions? I know. It's crazy how that works, right? What is happening? Like, that's the final thing we see before it cuts to black. I don't know if it's gonna go that far into the main story of Yakuza 3, because I know that at the end of the trailer they show him on the roof, right? But I'm trying to phrase it. I'm more than willing to bet that that shot is just pulled from the main campaign and was used to get, like, the cover art of Kiryu facing left and looking up and Mine facing right and looking down for the contrast on the cover. I would not be surprised if that's the only reason they used that one scene from the main story in the trailer. It could very well go, like, that far into the main story, but I feel like it would be kind of weird if they did try to go, like, all the way from him first meeting Daigo and everything to the final scenes of Yakuza 3. I feel like that might almost be too much material to cover in a side story. So I don't know. I don't know if it'll be that extensive. Reddit is having a meltdown over Kiwami 3. Well, Reddit just has meltdowns about anything. I don't spend my time on Reddit for that reason. It is like the website for whining. Oh, or it could start with him on the roof and be like a flashback to everything else. That could actually very well be true. I actually feel like that might be more likely. That it does open with him on the roof and then the whole thing is like him reflecting on getting to that point, if that makes sense. I actually kind of like that idea too. Holy physics. That was a terrible shot that just got handed to me. Don't you mean the roof? Can you tell that I'm trying to fight it? Is it obvious every time I say it? Is it that obvious? Fucking Yakuza fans having a field day with my accent. Probably why I like Reddit, could be. What are we doing? We're doing good. Oh, come on! What is that split? Trying to bowl the perfect 10 frame. There's a box elder bug, like, in my Windows screen, behind the window. It's that time of year where it's starting to get really cold outside, so all the bugs are trying to get inside. And I guess when I had my window cracked, he got in. He's gonna be stuck there for a bit now. GameRanks uploaded a video yesterday about 10 games that failed trying to copy GTA, and Yakuza was the #1 pick. Was it a specific Yakuza game or just the formula in general? Oh, okay. Hold on. Turkey. That might be too much power. Ooh. It works out. 4-bagger. We're bagging. We're back. We're so back. Oh, come on. Yes! Yes! 5-bagger. Oh, come on, man. Mafia was on the list too. Mafia, I would probably put it like #1. Because Mafia is like... Have you guys played Mafia 3? Has anyone here played Mafia 3? That genuinely is one of the strongest examples of like... This is trying to do the GTA thing, but it just doesn't have that magic of GTA. It's fine for what it is, but it's not... It doesn't come together like that. Oh, fuck. That one was really bad. Only one? The remake of 1 or 1? Big difference between them. God, did they call it like definitive edition or whatever, the remake? The remake was good. It was a few years ago. Oh, Watch Dogs also. Yeah, I feel like Yakuza isn't that similar to GTA. Like, I feel like in a very broad sense, if someone were to describe Yakuza as like Japanese GTA, you could kind of be like, okay, yeah. It was called Definitive Edition. Yeah. The definitive edition did so many favors for the original. I played the original Mafia like way back on PC. If you guys thought the racing mission was bad in the remake, because people still complained about it in the remake, you have no fucking idea. Oh my god. It is so, like, it's genuinely near impossible of all the pins to miss. In the original, it's nearly impossible. You have to be like absolute near perfect precision for the entire race. Oops, I did not want 3 frames. The remake is great though. In the PS2 version of OG Mafia, ask me anything. I don't know anything about the PS2 version, actually. But no, I feel like there are way better examples than Yakuza. I feel like I could maybe come around to Yakuza being on the list. I wouldn't necessarily agree with it. But I could come around to it if it was like at the bottom of the list. Just because they're so different. But having it as number 1 is insanity. That's crazy. Favorite theme from each game? Oh, okay, hold on. Street Fighter 2, Guile's theme. Sorry. Each Yakuza game? Everyone knows I'm right about Guile's theme. Although, honorable mention to Ryu's theme, Street Fighter 2. No one talks about that one enough. I'm just saying. Everyone's always talking about Guile's theme. No one's ever talking about Ryu's theme. That shit also slaps. I've always felt lists like that are just super lazy writing. It definitely depends who does them, to be fair. Some people, like, genuinely... I remember back in, like, the prime COD Zombies community days, there were, like, 2 YouTubers who both got over 1 million subs just doing like top 5s for zombies and nothing else because they were actually really good at them. Like they really nailed that format and they became like, at the time, some of the biggest members of the community literally just from doing top 5. Then I actually played the games and the rest was history. Yeah, I feel like on a surface level, I can see why people would think that, but then you play them and you're just like, no, they're totally different. Although the mini games and stuff definitely don't help when you look between them as well. Like right now, me talking about this while bowling, if someone who hadn't played the games came in, this would not be great for defending myself. Because the mini games are pretty similar, in fairness. Ooh, that was really lucky, actually. Oh, God. Yakuza games? I don't know, man. Okay. Yeah, okay, fine. True Crime should have been number 1. I don't know if I've ever even seen gameplay of True Crime. I've heard of it, but I don't know if I've ever seen the game being played. I feel like Mafia, Watch Dogs... What other games are basically just trying to do GTA? Saints Row 4. I only picked 4 because it was bad. Sorry, not sorry. I'm just picking on 4 in general. You could put almost any Saints Row game up there, but I would... 4 was bad. So I'll go with that. Simpsons Hit and Run. I think Watch Dogs is unique enough. I think original Watch Dogs, to be fair, the first one, I think if you take the hacking out, like outside of that one feature, it really is just a failed GTA clone. Like, the hacking makes it kind of unique, but even then, in the first game, the hacking wasn't as impactful as we all thought it was going to be, like, pre-release and everything. Oh, come on. The very middle pin, dude. What the fuck? Simpsons Hit and Run is a good one, though. Battle for the Dream. For 5. Looking at this, chat, how do you feel about that list for that lineup of games? I need to know before I start saying things. Am I more in line than I might think, or would I be right to look at that and be like, oh my god, I'm full of hot takes on Yakuza music? Huge. Was it True Crime that came before Sleeping Dogs? Yeah, I think so. Two Dragons is underrated. Two Dragons is good. I kind of glossed over that. Two Dragons is a good one from Zero. That might actually be my favorite from Zero. Particularly the Beast style bit is crazy. What's wrong with Battle for the Dream? I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with it, but out of like Yakuza 5's soundtrack, it's not one I'd go back and listen to very much. Shit. And hold on, I have to go look at names for a couple. Cause hold on. Let me cook. I have answers, but for some of the soundtracks I don't listen to as much, I need to like double check the names because I know what I'm thinking of, I just don't remember the name exactly. But I think I probably know my favorite song from each game. For Yakuza 1, if I had to pick my favorite song from it, it probably is Receive You. Basic bitch take, I know. But the original Receive You is just great. I just love it. It's so nice to listen to. And Receive You, the prototype from 1 is good too. But just Receive You in Yakuza 1 is great. If I can't say Receive You, I would pick Intelligence for Violence from Yakuza 1. And then Yakuza 2. I'm trying to figure out what it's called because I don't remember at all. I have to go look at Spotify also. Where the fuck is my Yakuza 2? Hello? It is Ryuji's theme. You're right. You guessed it as I was trying to find it. It's Ryuji's theme. The final boss fight song in 2 is the best song. It's so good. A lot of the games, the final boss theme ends up being at least close for a lot of the Yakuza games. Kenzan, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. A Scattered Moment, thank you. I can't remember the name for Kenzan, and it's probably not worth finding it because someone in chat will know it. Kenzan's Receive You that was not actually released in the game. Can I say that? It isn't in the game. So I don't know if I can, but Kenzan's Receive You is fucking crazy. They eventually released it. Yes, that one. Kenzan's Receive You is awesome. I'm trying to think. For Yakuza 3, it's what the fuck is happening? Fly is great. It's not Fly though. I saw Fly immediately pop up. It's not Fly. This is one where I reject the basic take. I think Fly is my second favorite in Yakuza 3. But Lyricism Without Tears. That's it. I was trying to remember the English name. Lyricism Without Tears is my favorite Yakuza 3 song. Oh, does it play during the waterfall? I know they didn't release it on Kenzan's actual OST. They released it on like a disc 2 that came a few years later. So I just had, like, that made me think it wasn't in the game. Because also I knew it wasn't for Majima's fight. But I guess it was in the game, never mind. Fucking waterfall minigame. That shit is absurd. For it's for Faith. It is. I was like, is it? Is it really? It is. It's for Faith. There we go. Jesus. I'm back. I'm on the board. I reject the basic take from 4. It's true. It is. It's the best one. And if it's not for Faith, it would have to be the Receive You. Yeah, Receive and Bite You. I couldn't remember. I was like, Receive You in Yakuza 4 is fucking insane. I think that's honestly my favorite Majima theme still. I say I think. That is my favorite Majima theme still. Was 5 after 4 for mainline? Yes. He made the sound and I didn't even get it. Fuck's sake. For 5, I don't know. 5 has so much music, man. Five has so much fucking music. You are the best Yakuza bowling player to ever live. What of Kuroyo and Dead Souls? Dead Souls... shit. Dead Souls has so much good music, too. I love just the... I don't remember the name of it. But the music that just plays, like, during moments where you're running from point A to point B. Like the high tension sort of music. That music, Dead Souls has so much good music, though. That soundtrack goes way harder than it honestly has any right to. It's so good for no reason. But probably that one, as weird as it might sound. Like, that one, I hear it, and it gets stuck in my head. Just immediately, it's stuck in my head. It's over. Oh my god, what a split. Kadohio 1. Does Muppet count? Because it's Muppet. Muppet, even if it's just a licensed song, it has to count. It's in the game. And it's a banger. It is. That is also, like, I hear it in the main menu when I boot up the game. It's stuck in my head. It's over. It's stuck with me. Money buys the best music. It does. It's true. And then, yeah, Kadohio 2, It's Born to Be Wild. Both of those games have some great battle music, to be fair, but, like, their main themes are so good. Hasriel's got held for some reason. I have no idea why. But I was about to say that for Yakuza 5, I think my favorite song in the game is Akiyama's Baka Mitai. Genuinely. Wholeheartedly. I think that is my favorite Yakuza 5 song. I feel like it has to be. Have you heard him sing? Holy fuck. Because YouTube holds literally anything nowadays. It is. It's crazy how bad it's gotten. Please? How did I know? Kamurocho Love Story is also really good in 4. Or is that... No, that is 4. That is 4. That actually probably is up there for Yakuza 4's soundtrack as well. I can't believe it's the same guy who sings Lava Chicken in Japanese. Or Pure Love. Is it Pure Love in Kamurocho? Whatever it is, that one. That one's great. Oh, this shot is fucked. It's over. And of Ishin. Ishin also has so much good music. Ishin is a stacked soundtrack too. God, there's so much good music in Ishin. The Receive You in that game is certainly up there. For my sake, or is it for your sake? I remember they changed it. Which one? Ah, shit, there are multiple. I'm thinking of, yeah, the first one. Boss fight wise. I don't know where they appear, like, on the track list, but boss fight wise, the first one. And then the For Whose Sake, whether, I don't remember, I think it's For Your Sake was what they changed it to. I don't remember exactly. The Archetype, yes, thank you. That is the one I'm thinking of. And then the final boss song, Hunpeita's theme, was also... Yeah. Yeah, that one. Could be any of those three, to be honest. I feel like the For Whose Sake and Ishin is underrated as fuck. I don't see anyone talk about that one. Their names are so confusing, they are. It's hard to keep them straight. What comes after Ishin? 0. It's probably 2 dragons for 0. I think it is 2 dragons for 0 for me. Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, it is. I know a lot of people like Kuze's theme too. I feel like Kuze's theme is really hype when you're playing the game, but listening to it on its own doesn't really do much for me. But in the game, it's great. And then for Kiwami, Ruthless Octagon would be my favorite song in Kiwami. Don't come at me for that one. That's a really random pick. What's Nishiki's theme in 0? I wouldn't have known it. Oh. That's why I asked. Yeah, I wouldn't have. I'm still pissed about Nishiki in 0. He's so wasted in that game. I knew it. That was way too straight. Did they use Kuze's theme in Ishin Kiwami? Who does Kuze play in that game? Who does his actor replace? Oh, they sampled it off of Kuze's theme. I don't even remember. I don't even remember fighting him in Ishin. When do you fight him? Oh, fuck's sake. Okay. It's Hamazaki. Yeah, I got that, but I'm saying I don't remember fighting him. I remember fighting a lot of them, but not him. Oh, in the long battle. Yes, okay. At the very end. Yeah. Okay, now I do remember. Yeah, with all the smoke and stuff. Or steam, I guess. I do remember. I was like, where the fuck is he in that game anyway? The final long battle in Ishin is so ridiculous. That shit was long. That was the longest battle. That shit was insane. Had like 4 boss fights in it or some shit. Maybe it was 3. It was at least 3. I can remember at least 3 of them. Might have been 4. Oh, come on, man. Longer than Kenzan's? I shit you not, it's like an hour long. It is like the longest battle. It's crazy. Must have flew through Kenzan. I don't remember Kenzan's being that long. I remember it being like really big in scale, but I don't remember it taking like an hour or anything. Although to be fair, with Ishin's, like, you do a lot of long battle fighting, and then you get like dialogue, and then a boss fight, and then more dialogue, and then more long battle, and then dialogue and a boss fight, and Ishin's is very, like, multi-staged, I guess, which is part of what makes it so much longer. It just has so much shit going on. And, like, they have the Americans show up at one point, and, like, that whole thing happens in the middle of the long battle, like, that entire reveal. It's, that shit was ridiculous. It was so long. Yeah, the text box is dragging out. Oh shit. Took me like 2 hours when I was doing a barehanded run on EX hard. Barehanded in Kenzan anywhere outside of Gion. Why? Curiosity. Barehanded. I've seen people talk a lot of shit about Ishin's brawler style, but bro, Ishin's brawler style at least has way more going on with it than Kenzan's barehanded shit. Going unarmed in Kenzan against enemies with weapons? No. No. At least Ishin, I have, like, Tanimura's parry and all that shit to work with. Tiger drop for damage. Tiger drop was in Kenzan, though, too. But, point being, Ishin's at least has a lot of utility going for it. More like 2 hands Musashi. Alright, 5. We're going. We're cooking. Oh. 7. We got saved. I think I just fucked it. Nope. I nailed it. I nailed it. Holy fuck. We got a cheeky 9er going. Oh! Oh. Oh. Bro. You can't do this to me. 289. 289, everyone. 289. No news on the English patch since the last update? Yeah, still. Remember in like February when we got a post from them out of the blue that they were like, yeah, we're almost done. We'll let you guys know soon. That was in February. It is October 17th. So, you know. I just want everyone to be able to really play and enjoy it. How much bowling do you have to do? We need to get a perfect 10-frame game. So, right now, we're up to a best of 289 out of 300. Basically, we just need to get 12 strikes in a row. They didn't really say it's almost done. They just confirmed they were working on it. They did say that it was close. I remember that was the reason it was so exciting, was not only was it just still being worked on, but they were like, yeah, it is pretty close to being ready. We keep updating in places like the Yakuza Games Discord server. What's the word on it then? Like most recent word on it. Is there a reward for 100% completing everything? Bragging rights. The greatest reward of all. And being intimately familiar with Yakuza 2 going into Kiwami 2 also helps. Oh, fuck's sake. Fuck this bowling, man. Has earned the right to brag about 100%ing Survivor 2. I did 100% Resident Evil Survivor 2. Fuck that game. Never again. This is a bad one. Wait, I've seen people say that, back to like 5 minutes ago. I've seen people say that brawler style in Ishin is like one of the worst fighting styles in the franchise. And I feel like that's crazy. Was it worth it? Well, no. Well, yeah, I made money doing it. So yeah. And I can say I've done it. But in terms of the game itself, no. No, it was not worth it. Oh, there we go. Kenzon's bare hands is worse than OG1 in Chapter 1. You think? As bad until you get heat actions. Okay, that I could maybe come around to. Like being on par with it without the heat actions. That I could see. Which is nearly 40 million. Mind you, that's his lifetime income in YouTube ad revenue. I've seen everyone talking about how crazy it is that that's like what he's made lifetime and talking about that like as if that is the money that he's made over his career. That is the money that he's made off of one revenue stream over the course of his career. Like, none of his Twitch revenue was even factored into that figure. Not 1 cent of it. That was purely his YouTube ad revenue over the course of his entire channel. But I have seen it. He showed Twitch revenue, though? Oh, did he? I didn't see the Twitch revenue. I only saw his YouTube one. I didn't watch the video. I saw people posting it around. YouTube was like 30 something. It was like 38, I think. Was his Twitch only like 4 to 5 million? Did he show it and it was that low? Because I mean, I could see that actually, to be fair. I could see that. That his Twitch would only be like a few million by comparison. Not to mention his Hunger Games royalty, yes, of course. I say it a lot, and I feel like people don't believe me when I say it. But monetization on Twitch is terrible compared to YouTube. Like, fucking awful. It is hard to describe the difference between them. He appeared in the movie? Yeah, in one of the Hunger Games films, I don't remember which one, he's like an extra in a scene that has like 100 people in it. He's one of like the 100 people in the crowd. And it's a running joke because you can't see him. Like, if you watch the movie, you're not going to see him in there. But, like, he's in there. So it became a meme after he revealed that he was, in fact, in that movie as an extra. Everyone just jokes that he made like a shit ton of money and that he's like this world-renowned actor. Oh, for fuck, man. Imagine Twitch's late era machinima split. Well, okay, this is actually a fun topic. For anyone who didn't see this story going around maybe a few days ago, the CEO of Twitch, Dan Clancy, went and donated $100 to a streamer recently. But he intentionally went through like their external donations platform, and then he stated that the reason he didn't like gift subs or something through Twitch was so that they could keep 100% of the money. And people who don't know why that would be a big deal were like, what? That seems a little silly. But if you don't know, Twitch keeps 50% of sub revenue. And they keep 55% of ad revenue. And they keep, well, they don't, you know, bits, the system bits, the like currency system they have on Twitch. Bits, they pay 100%, but the bits are more expensive to purchase than their actual monetary value to the streamer. Like, hold on, let me go look. I just need to open like a random Twitch channel so that I can see how much bits cost. Hold on. We're going to the front page, ladies and gentlemen. We're going. This channel doesn't have bits enabled. God damn it. They're on the carousel. Why do you not have bits? Let me try this one. Okay, this channel has bits. If I wanted to go buy bits, it would cost me $1.40 to get 100. Hold on, let me turn on. So to get 100 bits, and mind you, 1 bit to a streamer is 1 cent USD. Just 1 to 1. 100 bits like this is $1. To buy 100, it costs $1.40. So how would I calculate this percentage? Hold on, I'm having a bit of a brain moment. I used to do systems design, by the way. You'd think I would know how to get a percentage. Hold on, I'll get there. Is that right? 71%? No. Yeah, that was right, wasn't it? 71% about. So Twitch keeps, give or take, 29%. That figure might be a little fucked, but that does sound about right. That actually sounds a little low. I don't think that's right, but fuck it. Let's say roughly they keep 30% of bits revenue as well. So basically, across the board, yeah, Twitch kind of fucks you on revenue share. Like, anything that people do to try to support streamers directly, monetarily, Twitch is going to keep like 30 to 50% of it, depending on what exactly it is. YouTube's not a lot better in that sense, but YouTube is YouTube, and they have like the greatest 30% is low. That's what I said. Like, after I thought about it for a second, I'm like, that seems low. That math is not right. But YouTube still takes cuts of stuff. Like, members, they take 30% of. But Twitch also has way more revenue opportunities. YouTube has advertising systems that are night and day significantly more sophisticated than Twitch's. Like, to start, they run personalized ads on YouTube. Twitch, they just run whatever. And even Twitch's advertising deals that they get are worth less because the platform gets significantly less traffic than YouTube. So ad spaces on Twitch are far less valuable. And YouTube pays a better ad revenue split than Twitch. And because of the algorithm, if you are partnered on YouTube, like, unless the videos that you're churning out are just total slop, like, the algorithm's gonna do its thing, and, you know, you're gonna get the views that video deserves, yada yada. Point being, people think that Twitch is very profitable, like, for the creators. I'm not even talking about the company. They think it's very profitable for creators, but unless you are in like the 0.001% at the very top, it's really not. Like, unless you have that very high level traffic, like the absolute maximum amount of traffic, it's not. And even when you do, like, apparently Charlie's lifetime revenue on Twitch is only 4 to 5 million for being one of those guys at the very top and having streamed on there since before it was even called Twitch. It, like, that's not, like, 4 to 5 million is a great amount of money to make in the span of like 10 years. Absolutely. But for being the absolute top of the platform for those 10 years, you would think it would be more, right? Whereas YouTube, you see like nearly 40 mil and you go, oh, wow. And that's the same guy. It's the same guy just doing his business on both platforms. And one of them has made him nearly 10 times the money. Charlie didn't stream on Twitch a whole lot, though. Yeah, he's been a Twitch streamer like consistently since it was called Justin TV. He was one of the OGs on Twitch. He wasn't like as popular as he is right now, but he was always a very He was always one of the top Twitch creators. Like, literally as long as the site has been called Twitch. In the video, he said he didn't stream a ton. I don't know. Point being, YouTube. He said he wasn't streaming full time. That's it. But he also wasn't YouTubing full time. Well, plus YouTube's partner program wasn't really a thing until like 2012. He didn't do daily streams, yeah. For most of the time he was showing figures for it, right. But even then, he wasn't like a full-time YouTuber during that same span of time either. Orange YouTube even good in terms of revenue splits? Yeah, but False and I once, we were just fucking around. Before anyone says anything, this was before we were dating. It was not. It was also mainly me. I was just like, I wonder how they pay, because RPMs are a thing, and RPMs are basically like for every 1,000 views, how much should you expect to get paid on the platform? And Orange YouTube's RPMs are awful. They're terrible. Like, genuinely, I thought about just, like, at the time, I was like, what if I just made an account where I, like, uploaded stupid gameplay videos? Because I've seen people do that, and it's kind of funny. Like, people just playing Minecraft on there and just chilling. And then the comments are hilarious, right? I was like, what if I just did something like that? But the revenue on that platform was so low for the advertising that I decided it wasn't even worth it for the bit. It just, regardless of how funny it wasn't worth the time. Figure in his video revenue? Yeah, I would be more than willing to bet it's primarily his video revenue. Because in general, videos also make a lot more than live streams do. Like, even in the past, he showed off that one Starfield VOD that alone made like $80,000 in revenue, right? I know he showed that maybe like a year ago. It was exclusively for videos. I didn't know that. But that's even crazier. He showed off that one like stream VOD. But then what he also showed there was that when the stream was live, out of those $80,000 that it made, like during the time he was live, he made like less than $1,000. And pretty much the whole 80K was made by the YouTube algorithm randomly picking up the VOD and really pushing it. And this like 4-hour video of him playing Starfield ended up getting millions of views. And because it's a super long video, that's the sort of thing that people just throw on in the background and forget about. The average watch time was super high, meaning more ads would play because people were watching for longer. And even that VOD that he showed, that one live stream that made a shit ton, it actually made its money as a video and not as a stream. Because YouTube, in terms of where the money is at on YouTube as a platform, it is literally just long form video. Like that, YouTube shorts make you like no money. Streaming makes some, but not a lot. If you're looking for where the revenue is at on YouTube, long form video is where it's at. That's where, like, if I had to bet, 80+% of the total revenue on the platform is generated. Just because it is so much more, like, by comparison. I wish I had $80,000. Me too. Me too. That would be a nice down payment. Oh, okay. I thought it wasn't going to give it to me. Those 12 hours, rain to sleep videos make bank. Yeah, they do. That's one of the more well-known, like, money farms on YouTube, is shit like that. The issue with those, because a few years ago, people kind of caught on to those making so much money. I remember this being a thing. And everyone was like, oh my god, if you want to make money on YouTube right now, fucking, do these, like, sleep ASMR videos. They make bank, but the issue with those is they're so saturated, and the quality of the video doesn't really matter, because they're all the same. So, like, even if you try to break into the space, there's literally nothing that could propel your channel in that space outside of just pure luck. It's kind of one of those niches that is, just by its nature, a kingmaker system. Like the rich get richer sort of thing. Because just people will find the one, and they're going to find the one that's at the top first. They're not going to find the one with no views. And that's just going to be the one that they use. It doesn't matter. Like, it's all the same shit. But I remember a few years ago, people being like, oh my god, this makes so much money. Everyone has to do this. Didn't you combine your MGS videos and make it a few hours long? It is a 13-hour video, yeah. Yeah. I do have a 13-hour Metal Gear Solid video on the channel. I do. It's true. Damn. How did that do? I have no idea. I don't know how any of those compilation videos have done over time because I don't look at them. Like, those are the definition of when I need a filler video at some point. Those are there once in a blue moon to use. Because, like, once I've uploaded one, it's gone. I only get one per series like that. But genuinely, those are just like upload and forget. I could look at them. I could look at them right now. I could see. But even then, sometimes the longer stuff doesn't always just do better by default because they might not have that, like, virality aspect to them. Because what I'm immediately wondering is, like, did it make more money revenue-wise than, like, the RE6 video did? Where is it? Was it this long ago? Holy shit. There it is. No, it made about $100 less than the RE6 video. Do you happen to be getting drowsy? Perhaps a good long watch will do. Hey, 13 hours of Metal Gear, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Include Kenzan? It does include Kenzan. After Yakuza 2. We're doing the spin-offs as well. I immediately see the Kenzan profile picture. Come on. Is this the Yakuza archive channel? This is! I've seen your videos. I had to check. Sorry to out you. My bad. Like, this channel looks familiar. I've seen your shit. I've seen them. But yes, we're doing Kenzan. Hello, Yakuza Archive channel. Sorry, bad habit. My mouth is faster than my brain with that stuff. I'm outed. I'm sorry. I do it to any YouTuber I recognize when they come in. I did it to, what's it? Maybe like a month ago, we had the guy who runs FPS Aesthetics on Twitter, and he has a YouTube channel too. But he's more well-known just for his Twitter account, where he posts screenshots from, like, FPS games, where literally it's just, like, the art design. The art direction of FPS games is, like, an appreciation account for it. He was in chat like a month ago, and I immediately was like, I know you. I follow you on Twitter. My bad. Or Cleric when he came into chat the one time. Cleric Armored Core. The name is self-explanatory. It's not just archiving. Okay, there's videos on there, commentary videos on there. Come on now. Ah, fuck me. I need to reload my save. Sorry, I only just saw what would I do if I had 80 grand right now. Hard to say. I mean, I would put it into like my savings account right away until I figured out exactly what I was doing with it. But then yeah, I'm wondering if I would invest it or if I would put it on like a down payment for a house. Because both are great options. If I just like randomly next week had $80,000 that I didn't have right now, I could do either. If you're doing Yakuza 2's mini games, that it's not nearly as bad. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Bro, we already did the batting cages and the driving range. Getting the perfect scores on those on the alien courses. Fuck. Honestly, investing is a better move here. Well, a house is an investment too. In fairness. Like, a house is also, you know, you live in it for a long time and you have to maintain it and all that, pay mortgage, whatever. But then when you're gonna move, you sell that. And just because of the nature of the housing market, like, those prices go up over time while you live there. The home appreciates while you're in it. Unless you've got some fucked shit where you just have like a major issue with it somehow that you don't bother to fix. And it just does more and more damage over time. Like, if you have a house and you take care of it, it is also an investment. So it's kind of a double whammy. Yakuza 2 is still one I've never done legitimately. Some of those completion requirements, the alien courses are so fucked. Like, actually just so ridiculous. Put it on rent? You could put it on rent, but like, I'm not even talking about that. I'm genuinely just looking at, like, if you live in the house for, I don't know, 10 years, and then you're ready to move somewhere else, you sell it while you, like, in the process of moving. In those 10 years, the home price will have appreciated. So, like, you pay the mortgage, which is going to be almost about the same as paying rent. And, like, you'll have made however much profit on the house in those 10 years by the end of it. Like, you'll get a lot of that money back. Not all housing prices appreciate. It's true. It's true. Pick a good area. To be fair, I've only ever lived, like, in the city, so my experience my whole life is that home prices just appreciate always. I've never lived outside of the city, like outside of a major city. Such a good game. Yeah, the main reason is it being locked behind Japanese. It's unfortunate, but the fan patch Might be done someday, maybe. It's possible. You can bowl perfect games really consistently. Bro, thank God. Because here you can throw like the exact same shot over and over, and the physics just... Sometimes they give you like 10 in a row. Sometimes you'll throw the exact same thing 10 times and have one pin left every time. It's shit. So I hope it's better. It's the physics on Yakuza 2s that they just do that. You just get unlucky and the pins don't really help you out. Played a bit of Yakuza 1 and 2 HD on my old Wii U. It wasn't so bad. What, playing in Japanese, you mean? Yeah. I'm surprised that no one has fan patched those. Unless I'm just living under a rock and someone has. And here I am playing the PS2 versions for some reason. They haven't for the Wii U version, at least. Yeah, I feel like it would be more likely for the PS3 version. Oh, fuck. God damn it. To be fair, that was not my best throw. The minigames in this game are brutal. Just all of the minigame grind together will have been the worst part of this. With one of the two? There are two? And the one I'm a part of is pretty... Hold on, wait. Which one? I shit you not. I was talking about one of them like 20 minutes ago, maybe. The one that posted the update on Tumblr earlier this year? Potentially? Is that the one? Also, there are two. Wait, I only know of one. So exciting. More underground than that one. Not that one. Okay. Wait. Someone earlier when we were talking about it mentioned that they were still posting updates in like the Yakuza Games Discord server. But is that actually a different fan patch? Or is that them and they've just been posting updates there and I've never heard until today? Or is that your team? And it's two different patches. Oh, I almost accidentally put too much on that. Caught it very last second. You have my attention now. I might have curved too much. I did. Ah, shit. That was my bad. I should have eased up a little bit. Kenzan is such a good Yakuza game, though. It is criminal that it is, at least right now, so inaccessible. And there are so many Yakuza fans who genuinely, like, that would be one of their favorites, but they just don't know. Although, I wonder, because so much of it was just what Yakuza 3 got built off of, and so many newer fans are like, you know, Yakuza 3 bad, if the gameplay would put people off, or maybe they would just be more chill with it because of the swordplay. I wonder. come on, man. God damn it. The one pin somewhere in there every time is driving me insane. Criminally underrated. Yeah, people are always surprised when I talk about my favorites and say that Kenzan is still like a top 3 for me. It always catches people off guard. Find a reason to complain about anything. That's true, we are on the internet. I forget so easily. And what's funny, I actually just recently found an old like Devil Leon video, like I'm talking like 6 years old, where he was talking about how the remaster of Yakuza 3 didn't break the blocking behavior, and how that was just a rumor that people made up for some reason, because they assumed, they didn't make it up intentionally, because they assumed that it was due to the frame rate, and like surely the original never played like that. And he has a video from like 2019 talking about and showing that the blocking behavior was always like that on the PS3 version. And even like late last year when I did my Yakuza 3 video and talked about that, I still had people who were like, nah, dude, you're wrong. It is a remaster issue. Even with me showing gameplay from both versions and comparing them. It's crazy that that rumor persists, even though it is something that gets talked about. My theory is that Yakuza 3 borrows Kenzan's AI. It's not a theory, that's just what they do. It is just Kenzan's AI behavior. Because Kenzan plays so much more defensively, they block a lot more. But also, you don't feel it as much in Kenzan, because obviously with a lot of it being like blade oriented and so many of the random enemies you fight not using blades themselves, you don't feel it because your blades will cut through an unarmed enemy blocking. One has people from a modding server in it, and the other posts updates in Yakuza games. Okay. One was in development but stopped because of some drama. Swapping weapon makes them drop their guards? Yeah. The rest of the game was fine. Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot of the Coliseum during my review run. So that should be interesting when we get to 3. Yeah, I heard about the one that ended up stopping. And that's the one that posted on Tumblr, right? Because they mentioned that that one had stopped for a while, but was now back on. I'm shocked that the game gave me that one, by the way. I just remember when they posted on Tumblr, and I'm like, of all the places to randomly come back and announce that you're still working on it, why Tumblr? Because I didn't end up hearing about it until like a week later, and I'm Mr. Kenzan needs a fan patch desperately. Run by a very unagreeable guy that caused some issues. I see you. Okay. Yeah, I just remember being like, why the fuck, of all the places? Tumblr. Come on, Kiryu. I need this 12 in a row. Come on. Is that enough? The physics, man. Then they got access back and posted that update. I think they did say something like that, but still. Like, of all the places, like, you've got, like, the Yakuza Games Reddit. There's, like, the Discord communities. I would say Steam, but Kenzan's not on Steam, so. But you get what I'm saying. Like, there are much more widely used community spaces for this series even, just specifically, where way more people would be like, oh shit, Ken's on fan patch. But they use Tumblr. I don't get it. I never noticed issues with 3's damage when I played it for the review, weirdly. Like, I remember boss fights taking a while, but I just thought that was because they made the boss fights super tanky. I never felt like in regular fights I wasn't dealing much damage. But I wonder if I'll notice it when we go for 100%. Awful throw. Because everyone talks about that, too. And I weirdly just never noticed it when I played for the first time. We get robbed constantly. That's just the way she goes. There we go. We both exist in separate worlds. I thought that one was going to be bad, but I'll take it. Yeah, I'm really... Oh. I'm just excited for any fan patch for the game to be, like, ready to go. Obviously, it takes a while, especially for a game with that much to translate. Oh, shit. Okay. But I'm just looking forward to it being more accessible, because, like, it's not expensive to get your hands on a copy of, well, tariffs are a factor now, for the US at least. When I bought it last year and imported it, it really wasn't expensive. It cost me like 25 bucks. Like, it's a surprisingly easy game to get your hands on. So just having that translation is really the barrier to entry for most people right now. So I'm very excited for that barrier to be gone. According to one of the guys on my team, the only major thing they have left is the story translation. All of the side content, graphics, minigames, etc. are done. Ooh. Got it before tariffs. It was like 20 bucks. Yeah, that's about what mine was. How much did you spend on Ishin again? Because I got an unopened copy for 45. Ishin was also like 25, 30-ish, I think. I don't remember exactly. Or no, I think Ishin was maybe cheaper. I want to say Ishin was cheaper. No, I don't remember. It's hard, because I had to import 4 of them. And Kenzan I imported before any of the others because it was so early in the series. And then later, I ordered both Kurokyos and Ishin all together. Like, I ordered them all in one big go. So it's hard for me to remember exactly how much each of them cost. I remember spending about 100 on the 3 of them, but I don't remember exactly what each of them were. I got Ishin for PS4, so that might have made it more expensive. Yeah, mine is PS4. Wouldn't it make the process faster? It might be... Chat, I'm bowling a 3-frame by accident. And I was like, that's weird. What's with the UI? Oh my god, and I got 5. I accidentally was bowling a 3-frame. And then, of course, I get 5 in a row. The one time I accidentally select 3. This was gonna be the one. God damn it. We already did the 3 frames. I'd be down for it, but I don't make the decisions. That makes sense. Aside from the no reason part. But just the, you know, the one guy running it just not wanting to. There's not much to be done about it. Maybe? If I get lucky with the physics? Oh my god, I did. God bless Yakuza 2. Letting me get away with shit like that. It's exactly the same shot.
I got the biggest wang in the West.
She does. It's true. Oh, god damn it. Was so new it came with stickers and OST CD and a 15-day PS Plus trial code that expired in 2014. Wow. No, mine was just the game. I wonder if the CD and stuff was why it was so expensive. Don't think of the wang? My bad, my bad. Brain was on the wang. I was distracted for a moment. That's on me. Oh, come on. Oh! Physics. Physics. Damn. Let me have it. Why is it that every time he makes a sound, it never is a strike? Like, guaranteed almost. In golf, that's a good sound. In bowling, I hear it and I'm immediately like, oh, I fucked it up. Great. That shows what message file a dialog box uses so you can locate each and every line of dialogue. That would be incredibly slick. That would save a lot of time. Holy shit. I can get the translation early so I can make 100% stream. Hey. All I'm saying is, you know, this minigame hell might take me a while, but maybe going to take a while if the pins keep fucking with me like this. Make it a race. I mean, I could do the 100% in Japanese, but having the translation by then would be a lot smoother probably than me sitting here being like, okay, so here, this is what they're saying. Here, this is what they're saying. We haven't even gotten to shogi yet. Oh god, yeah, no. Actually, I think we got plenty of time. Don't worry about it. If there's one game I cannot play for my life, it's shogi. Mahjong, easy. I got Mahjong. It's not a problem, but shogi? That game scares me. Oh, both doing it when the patch releases? I don't think I have the equivalent amount of experience. Damn. good to get good at it. It's in every game. I know. This is the game where I'm just gonna have to buckle down and learn shogi. It's gonna be brutal. That was too much. I only meant to go one more. Never mind. Thank you, Yakuza 2. Thank you. I've 100%ed it like 10 times. Yeah. I don't know. I might lose that race. I'm just saying. Uh-oh. Those were clean physics. Give it a year, just as a guess? Okay. As much as I want to say that I'll probably be done with Yakuza 2 by then, at this pace, we'll see. We'll see. Because, yeah, the main story being, like, the only big thing left to do. It sounds like it's not much, but the main story is going to be pretty extensive, too. You're at best going to be slicing melons. Hey. Come on now. Aren't you still in chapter 6? We're in chapter 5. Because I, like, immediately upon getting to Kamurocho, just was like, yep, doing this. I don't speak Japanese, so it's going to be a challenge. Oh. My Japanese is good enough to play Kenzan and Ishin. You know, with like a photo translator for kanji that I don't know and stuff. Like the more specialized kanji that appears. The shadow people within my fan translation organization may annihilate me for talking about this. No, it's fine. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear a word. I was learning it in high school, then Corona happened. I've been self-teaching it for... for about 2 years. Almost 2 years, not quite. I would have started in December of 23. And I've been doing it like as a hobby too. I'm not as consistent as I should be. Thank you for waiting for me to finish. Yeah, of course. I got you. Daigo is dead. Sweet. Weird cat is here. Of course she is. She lives here. I live here. I was planning to learn more about the language before doing Kenzan, but I got a little impatient and played it. I will wait before I do Ishin, though. I think it's worth it. I mean... like, obviously, you can get through them, like, with what you know and then photo translating the rest, but... if you're just going to enjoy it more, if you take the time to learn some more, and you don't have to do that as much, because, like, inevitably you're gonna have to do it. Those games have some pretty, what's the word? Specialized, like, vocabulary and kanji and stuff that if you're doing like textbook learning and stuff, you're just not going to know. Miyaka's a veteran. We'll see. We'll see. Weird kanji. Yeah, we'll go with weird kanji. Weird kanji it is. Get Chloe, nerd. It's okay. Happens more often than you think. Oh my god, did I ever chat? Did I even tell you about I fucking like a few weeks ago, complex. It's not even necessarily complex, it's more like uncommon. Which is where I was using like specialized, where it's like it's just really uncommon vocab and kanji that's like specific to certain subjects that don't come up often. Is kind of the best way I could put it. Thankfully, the font in those games is super readable, though. God bless. This shit does not need to be this complicated. Bro, I'm just working through, like, a study guide for JLPT right now. And recently I've been banging out new kanji. Just for, like, 2 weeks straight, basically, studying. And
I enjoy the pain. It makes me feel good and alive.
And, what's it? I learned the kanji recently for international relations. And it took me like 30 minutes on top of doing like flashcards like Anki deck for everything else. It took me like 30 fucking minutes to start to remember the kanji for international relations. That shit was fucked up. Talk about it doesn't need to be this complicated. It's not too bad. It's 4 characters, which is where I was like, whoa. The first one is just like the kanji for country, so it's not that bad. Because at least I could see it and be like, okay. Like when it came up in the flashcards, I'm like, there's the motherfucker again. But, Jesus Christ, it was... I'm just like, why? Japan, who came up with this system? What are we doing here? I thought the whole point of kanji was to condense things down. Like, once we're getting to 4 or 5 characters for one term, what are we doing? What are we doing? This defeats the purpose. Oh, sorry. But yes, what happened a few weeks ago? I went to my local bakery. False knows what I'm gonna say. I told her, so she knows this and thinks it's hilarious. I went to my local bakery, put in an order for an egg sandwich on some of their like freshly baked bread. There we go. It's delicious. They do like breakfast sandwiches with like eggs, bacon, and shit on their fresh bread, fresh croissants, whatever. It's great. I love it. Whenever I'm on that side of town, that time in the morning, I'll stop in for one. They're like $9. Anyway. Go to get it. Guy writes it all down on a ticket, asks for my name. I say, Cole. I say, Cole. And then, like 5 minutes later, my order comes out. The bakery's pretty much empty, so I knew immediately that this was for me. This woman brings it out of the back, looks at the bag. Chloe? This motherfucker. I told him my name was Cole, and he wrote Chloe on the ticket. I was gonna say Chole. No, he wrote Chloe on it. Just like the kid on Battlefield. And I just... everyone laughed. He was like, oh, it was Cole. He immediately knew. He was like, oh my god, why did I write Chloe? I'm so sorry. And I laughed with them. I'm like, don't worry. It happens so much more often than you'd think. Like, you'd be shocked. And I just took my food and left after saying that. I bet I left them so confused with like, does it really happen that often? How does that happen often? But I just said, don't worry. It happens way more often than you'd think. That's never happened to me? Yeah. But from stream and from my name being Chole, being one character off of Chloe, and, you know, autocorrect especially, even if people do read it right, because it's so easy to misread it. But even if you do read it right and you type Chole on like your phone, autocorrect might just slide that L over and boom. So for me, it happens like every fucking day on stream. It has never happened to me in real life before. Is it Cole or like Cole? That happens to me. Where they ask if it's Kohl. I'm like, no, it's not. And every time the temptation comes over me, I'm like, have you met a human being, like in person, who spells it that way? Because I know the store. But have you ever met a human? You knew one? No, you did not. I don't believe you. I've never met one. There's no way. I went to school with him? What? I feel like it's a last name. I think it is a last name in the case of the store. I don't know, maybe it's not. I'll see if I can find. That is crazy. I've never met a Cole that is Kohl. Like, I know the store, but I've never met one. BRB gonna dox this random person? No, I think he was just gonna look for himself. I don't think he was about to be like, oh yeah, hold on, I'll go get his last name too. I'll be right back. Uh-oh. I've never got, oh, never mind. I have now gotten a strike with him making the grunt sound. It happened. It happened. Oh, I said bro, not BRB. My bad. I read fast. Blessing and a curse. It's only a curse like once a day, but occasionally it is a curse. Uh-oh. Hold on, we got a big sixer. That might have been a mistake. It was a huge mistake. Where you don't even have to play bowling perfect for completion. You just have to play better than the hostesses. Thank God, man. Like, it's not in the completion menu. Because to be fair, you don't need to do the minigame completions for the 100% like number at the end. I'm just doing it because it's in the completion menu, and if there's a metric being tracked for completion, of course I want to actually complete it. Like, I don't want to just leave those because, you know, they're not explicitly required for the number at the end. Oh. Chat, speaking of completion stuff, sorry, my COD bro's coming out, warning. Last night, I showed False the Black Ops 7 Mastery camos because I kept forgetting to. I finally remembered. Because False, historically, has been the hater of Call of Duty Mastery camos. Meanwhile, I am the guy who has to grind for Mastery camo every year. So, you know, it's been a bit of a conflict. But I had to show them to her because I think this year has a great lineup of Mastery camos. And she said, yeah, those are good. She actually liked, like, 12 out of the 16, I think. But normally she looks at one and goes, ew. Like every time she sees a COD Mastery camo, she's just like, why would you work for that? Gross. That looks awful. But no, BO7s, she actually, like on almost every one, she was like, yeah, I like that. That looks good. False is a COD bro now. I mean, she plays them with me, but outside of that, no. Oh, I knew it. Fuck! God damn it. Has 4 minigames that you can only do with hostesses. Oh. And the minigame metric only requires you to beat each hostess in each minigame. Okay. That's way better then. Trust me, that's what I'm talking about, is I showed her the BO7 ones and she actually liked them. Also, Kenzan does track minigames under the 100% completion pop-up at the end. Oh. So even more reason to do them there. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Hasbro, was I showed her the BO7 ones and she actually liked them. Whereas normally with COD Mastery, she's like, ew. Which is great when I'm like, look at this awesome camo that I worked for like 100 hours on, and she goes, ew. Yeah, it's great. It's awesome every time. One day I'll pull out a yearbook and find him. It's just, he has to find the one KOHL to ever live. I just want you to be aware of it. If you need to send something directly to me, do it on Twitter, because my Discord is just closed off. Like, it won't actually send to me, even if you try to. Yeah, my DMs are locked on Discord. Because people are fucking crazy on Discord if you leave your DMs open, dude. Like, people just, like, spam message you, call you out of the blue. Like, I don't even know who you are. Stop. I don't know you. Like, going back through my old Discord DMs when I was streaming yesterday, and I randomly started doing that. And I just found a bunch of them that were people, like, randomly calling me, like, 5 times in the span of 10 minutes. And I don't even know who this person is. But they, like, watched a stream or something, and then I just thought that we were, like, close like that. People were wild on Discord. I had to lock it down, bro. Damn. It's a feature that should have been in the base game. Oh. Dust Bump, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Being parasocial is so hot right now. It is. It is. Very, very trendy currently. You guys should ask my girlfriend about it. Imagine. Oh, come on. God damn it. Parasocial relationships blew up in COVID. Even mine were like before COVID. Mine were from like when I first started streaming on Twitch way back. Like 2017, 2018. I think the word parasocial definitely became popular during COVID. I feel like it was more like that was when we started actually talking about it more publicly, if that makes sense. But it was definitely like that was always a thing. At least in my experience, that was always a thing. Damn. False now after being reminded of me going through the DMs yesterday to find that one thing where the person randomly DM'd me asking if I could buy them a game. She just DM'd me and said, hey, can you buy me the new Pokemon? It would be very cool of you, stranger. And if it's not available for the Switch 1, then add a Switch 2 to the purchase. Thanks, gamer. Mine were open until people wanted small talk. Bro, people always wanted small talk from me. Like, I'm surprised that it took that long for you to get there. Oh, I'm serious. Oh. Well. Should take that deal. False was looking at the new Pokemon game this morning, and she thinks it looks fun. And I was like, oh no, not you. You can't fall to that side, the dark side. I think 1 million yen. That is awful. What the fuck? The new Pokemon sucks. We going for Stories 3. I didn't even know the new Pokemon was out until this morning. I didn't realize that it was releasing. Like, I remember seeing the trailer for it, but I didn't think it was coming out anytime soon even. Like Ghost of Yote, when I didn't know that that was out until like a few days later. That one I at least knew was coming out like this fall season. The new Pokemon I didn't even realize was coming out this year until today. And it came out yesterday. Like, what is marketing? Oh no. I'm telling you, it's a bad sign. I think he makes that sound when it's going to hit the middle pins perfectly, which is not exactly what I want. I want the angle. Oh. That was such a nice neck crack. Why is content creators in quotes? Do we not like the word or the term content creators now? We keep bouncing these terms around, man. I'm sick of it. Can we just stick with one? Oh, they're kind of early? Oh. Oh. As an influencer, you stop that. You stop that. It leaked? Yeah, I got what you mean. I got it. Oh no. Oh. 5. My taxes say influencer. Do they really? Mine say videographer. Oh fuck. That's what my tax person put me down with. I've been influenced by your quotes. It just encapsulates a lot of things. Streamers alone wouldn't be accurate, I guess. I thought you were putting it in quotes because it was now like like what we did with influencers a few years ago, where we kind of collectively decided that word sucked. I thought it was another one of those. I was like, oh no, are we getting rid of content creator now? I thought that one was fine. Like that's literally what it is. It's very broad. It is broad. But it works. Content creator censored. I don't like when Kiryu says Doria. When Kazuya says it, great. When Kiryu says it, I know I just had to reset my bowling. Gotta go balls out while bowling. You do. I love that your tax lady puts you down as influencer, though. That's good.
I gotta show everyone my banana.
Who are you showing your banana? Who are you showing that to?
Colex rimming.
No, no, I don't. No, I don't. I got called a man today by Cole's comments. Yeah, again. Sorry. Perks of being in the public eye, am I right? Everyone just randomly thinks you're trans. I don't know why that's a new thing. But it's a thing. The game doesn't actually tell you gotta beat the street bosses. Yeah, I have. Like, I'm aware of the different bowling balls. I haven't found a reason for them, though. False is the man of the relationship. Hey, hey, hey. You think that's true, but that is so not. It's so not. Literally yesterday when I went out, because she, what's it? Hold on, what exactly did I say to you? Because she wasn't feeling well yesterday. Like, a little sicky, right? Hold on. I need to go find exactly what I said. Because I think it... Where was it? I said... I said, take care of yourself until I'm back. I was leaving the house. Do everything I would tell you to do if I was there, and don't do anything that I would tell you not to do. And just the fact that I would say that is one thing, but what's better is that she did exactly that. She knew at every point in her afternoon yesterday what to do off of that word. Like, off of me saying that, she knew every step of the way what I would tell her to do and what I would tell her not to do. And followed it without me even being there. So if that doesn't tell you enough, that just me saying that actually worked, like, one-to-one perfectly, I think that speaks for itself, personally. Do I have Battlefield 6 or Rebirth? Probably Battlefield. Probably. Pavlov the cat, yes. That is what I'm trying to say. Just me making sure that she doesn't do stupid things when she's not feeling well has Pavloved her into knowing exactly what I would say to do or not to do, even when I'm not there. She knows just off of that what to do and what not to do. Oh! Oh! That's why we wait until Kiryu's walking away. That's why. I like the Chole AI idea. I don't. That thing's gonna go crazy if you remove the filter. Speaking of, you guys see that Twitter changed the Grok AI filters to allow for more not safe for work roleplay? You guys see that? They know what they're doing. They know damn well what they're doing. Sounds like an Elon thing to do. Ah, fuck. I can roleplay with Grok now. You always could, but they were getting feedback that the role-playing wasn't good enough. So they have loosened up the filters to allow for more roleplay with Grok. I love modern Twitter. So close. It's always the one pin, man. Come on! Fuck. It hurts any time that it does that, to be honest. At the beginning or at the end. Because you still have to reset it either way. Takes like 20 seconds to get back to it. Mecha Hitler about to get kinky is crazy. I just found out you can skip that intro video. Yeah, I found out. Bro, no one knows because they made it the fucking spacebar on PC. Oh my god. I wanted a Chole AI. I was just hitting spacebar for fun and I heard the noise. Yeah. Thank God they have something though, because those movies were long. Do you like Kiwami or OG1 more? It's kind of a weird question, to be honest. Like, Kiwami is really fun for the side content. But I feel like overall, the original one feels like a more cohesive experience. Is like the best way I could describe it. Kiwami feels very weird and disjointed. Like half of the game feels out of place within itself, if that makes sense. Yakuza 1, the original, doesn't feel like that. But Kiwami really feels weird. Kiwami for gameplay, OG for story and atmosphere. Yeah. I feel like Kiwami, even like saying Kiwami for gameplay, it's almost just Kiwami for combat. Kiwami's combat is better, but I feel like OG1 overall feels like a better game. Breakthrough and Rush with closed weapons. They removed closed weapon conquest. Seems people agreed. Yeah, a lot of people have been complaining about progression in BF6, but I really, much like I disagreed with the Conquest ticket change, which they reverted today, I definitely disagree with the progression changes they made in the patch today as well. Because, like, the thing with Battlefield 6 is that if you're just trying to blast progression as fast as possible, yeah, it would feel slow. But, like, if this was actually a game that you enjoyed and wanted to play, like, over a long period of time, the progression, in my opinion, felt just right in terms of there's stuff there to play and continue to offer something to do outside of just playing for the sake of the gameplay being fun. But now with them quite literally just about doubling the progression rate, you will blast through the game's content in legitimately half the time. The biggest problem is that if you play OG 1, 2, 3, it melts right. Meanwhile, if you do Yakuza 0, Kiwami 1, Kiwami 2, Kiwami 3, it feels super disjointed. Yeah. Yeah, I generally... I feel like release order is the way to go. This is a 3-frame. I see the UI. I caught it right away, at least that time. Mostly more excited for Mine Gaiden. That's, like, I love Yakuza 3 and its story and everything, and just, like, the tone of that game. But Mine Gaiden was what really was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be very exciting, very fun. Because I think Yakuza 3 plays well, is, like, the thing. I've never had issues with Yakuza 3's combat. I could see, like, sure, it has some flaws. Every Yakuza combat system does. But, like, I've never minded Yakuza 3's combat. I've never felt like it puts me off of the game at all. Can't wait for the enemy design to get worse in it. Yeah, if it's anything like Kiwami 1, that will definitely be a thing. If Konda backshots get removed, I'm giving the game like a 2 out of 10, just so everyone knows. Just so we're all on the same page right away. Oh wait, it's in a different menu now? What? Son of a bitch. I wish they could bring back the enemies getting all bloodied and whatnot. Why do you say that they can't bring it back? What is this that I don't know about? They should just add a favorite button. Bro, they should just toss all of Battlefield 6's menu UI and redo it. Maybe a crazy take, but like, real shit, just start over. It's awful. It's so genuinely bad. It feels like a repeat of Modern Warfare 2 2022. Like, it feels like I'm back playing that game again, and just every time I boot it up, I sit there and I ask myself, what the fuck were they thinking? It's a shame Yakuza 2 isn't on modern consoles and Kenzan isn't in English, because doing the insane bangers that are OG2 and Kenzan back to back would be so amazing. Genuinely, I feel like it is such a shame that the first 3 games in the series, release order wise, are all as inaccessible as they are nowadays. Like, it's kind of crazy to me that you have to go so far out of your way to experience the actual, like, early era of the series. Where, like, Yakuza 3 and 4, I would also put in that early era. Granted, the very tail end of it, but to have only 2 of the 5 games from, like, the origins and the series really figuring out what it wanted to be still available is crazy to me. All my homies hate Netflix UI. I hate that RGG has decided Kiwami 1, 2, and Ishin exist as replacements for the originals. I hate that mindset in general with remakes. It's not even like RGG. Literally the other day, Capcom made a statement in an interview. A Capcom executive made a statement in an interview. A lot of people probably saw this going around. Where they said basically that they don't see a reason to do much in terms of restoring or maintaining the original PS1 trilogy of Resident Evil, because the remakes already exist and are just superior versions of those games. And so this is like a very widespread gaming thing. I could go for other series too, but I fucking hate when any game publisher just is like, oh, well, we have a remake, so there's no reason to still preserve the original product. Like, all of the unique quirks or just like totally different design decisions, different stories in some cases with remakes in gaming. Like, all of those things get slowly more and more lost to time as the fandoms will... Gaming fandoms churn, right? Like, fandoms are always picking up new fans, but at the same time, they're always losing old fans. So as time goes on, you eventually see, like, the modern-day Yakuza fandom, where nearly no one in the Yakuza fandom nowadays has played the PS2 games. Or Kenzan even less so, but the PS2 games. So few Yakuza fans nowadays have played them. Because Kiwami 1 and 2 exist, so why would you? And, like, the new games aren't available on new systems, so just play the remakes. The thing is, though, Capcom doesn't delist the older games. True. And yeah, GOG, the reason it came up in an interview was because it came out that GOG had to genuinely, like, fight Capcom to get permission for those ports that they did, like, last year. They had to actively, like, go back and forth and really convince Capcom that it was even worth allowing them to make a preserved version of that trilogy. Like, that was the entire reason this came out. Was because Capcom actively didn't want them to. And the PS Plus catalog is fine. Like, the thing with the PS Plus Classics catalog is all that those ever do is just release the exact originals, which is good. It's good to have those, but they don't really go through and do any sort of, like, you know, patching up or just adding minor quality of life things or anything like that to make the games still what they always were, but just easier to enjoy, right? New fans are almost okay with that. Like, even if they don't have if I don't like an early game, I still think they should be on modern consoles. Yeah. Like, even Yakuza 1 is janky, right? If I were doing a ranking of every Yakuza game, it would be fairly low. But I still love Yakuza 1 for what it is. And like as an origin point for everything that the series would become, I still think it's a very valuable experience. Yakuza 2 is actually a banger. Yakuza 2 actually still ranks weirdly high, in spite of still having so much of Yakuza 1's jank present. This one is just a banger. But the woes of video game preservation. Yeah. Like, even trying to think of an example of a game that got a remake and the original is not very good. I'm struggling to think of one. Mafia. We talked about it at the beginning of the stream. Mafia 1. Genuinely not a very good video game. Like the original, just not very good. Really in any regard other than its story. Its story was always good. That was about it. I really had to think for one to get down to Mafia. But Mafia, I still think that the original Mafia should be preserved because, like, the original is kind of so janky and so poorly made that it's funny. Like, having that sort of game available for fans to still experience, even if they don't love it, is a good thing. It might sound really weird. Like, even if the game is bad, bad games still can contribute so much to their communities and their fandoms, just in terms of having something to talk about that's, like, funny to talk about. And it sounds so weird to say that, but bad games, like bad entries in a franchise, do still kind of add a lot to their fandoms in terms of value. Like, Armored Core Mobile Mission and Mobile 2 got preserved this year. Are they good? Not really. Do I enjoy them? Fuck no. But do I love talking about them with other people who have played them and we can just be like, oh yeah, here are the couple things that are neat about it. Here's everything else that is just shit. And we can just, like, it's a nice discussion to have within a community still. Air Combat 22, I also was like, this is kind of neat from, like, a historical standpoint. Like, being the game that predates the home console Ace Combat series. But, like, was Air Combat 22 very good? Not really. To be totally real, it wasn't. It was fun to look at. I'm glad that I've played it and that I understand what that was. But was it good? No. Not really. Lost media is always worse than whatever bad game it is. That's very true. I fucking hate Colonial Marines, but if we can't play it anymore, I don't want to be here. If they make a Kenzan Kiwami, I think they might butcher it. Changing the story, no revelations, guidance mechanics. I don't know. I do genuinely feel that when they talk about changing things in Kiwami, they're not talking about the story. I've never gotten that impression from those statements. I do feel like they are just talking about the gameplay. But even then, like, no revelations would be a huge loss in Kenzan. Not just because Kenzan was the game that introduced them, but, like, Kenzan also felt like one of the most... Actually, Kenzan felt like the most natural implementation of that system out of any of the Yakuza games. Like, that's where it felt the most thematically appropriate and also the most well-woven into the core gameplay, in my opinion. Oh my god, the Elder Scrolls. Bro, Elder Scrolls Arena? Horrible game. Genuine, bad video game. But, like, Daggerfall? starts to get decent. It has its awful game-breaking bugs. But you play Daggerfall, and it starts to feel a bit more like, okay, this, it has issues that make me not want to play it, but like there is an amazing game in here somewhere. And then we get to Morrowind, and they made that amazing game in Morrowind. So like that progression is still so cool to look back on.
Why is the horse holding a wiener?
Do me a favor and say one thing you dislike about Morrowind. There are things that I dislike about it, but I don't know if any of them are like... Hold on, I have to think a lot. Tribunal DLC? Yeah. Cliff Racers? I actually don't mind the Cliff Racers. Oh, the Journal is really bad. That's a crazy shout. The Journal is actually shit in Morrowind. That is very true. Draw distance sucks, but if you're on PC, it literally is one mod that just removes the draw distance, and it's like night and day, instant fix. Granted, fixing things with mods, but I've never harped on it that much, at least not in the modern day, because it is so easy to just plop one thing in and boom. But yeah, the draw distance is bad if you play totally vanilla. It's awful. You can't see more than like 20 feet in front of you. It's like you're in Silent Hill. But yeah, it really is like you grab one mod off of Nexus and you've immediately patched that up. And it looks awesome. Like being able to look out at the landscape of Morrowind, because it's such a weird, like, alien looking country, it's amazing. It's just systems at the time were not capable of that. Okay, the spell-making system is awesome. Stealth is non-existent, that's true. Stealth is just pointless. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, some things that I would like to be in Morrowind, like, Morrowind has no voice acting. Well, granted, okay, it does have, like, characters who say random lines as you go by them, but none of, like, the text box dialogue is voice acted in the whole game. So, you know. The way they treat their older games is like they're ashamed of people seeing them. I think with RGG, I haven't played a lot of their newest games, so I don't know if this is the case, but what I've gotten the impression of a lot from the way that people talk about these games and what they dislike about them compared to the older Yakuza games, from what I've gathered, it seems like as the series went on, they progressively, like, worked very hard to remove the friction with every entry. And they got to a point where they were able to make these frictionless RPGs that are really, really easy to get into. Like, obscenely easy to get into. And now they kind of think that that is just the better way to design a game. If that makes sense. That's the impression I've gotten. For the most part. It seems like just as things went on, they removed, like, any semblance of friction that the games could have had. Like, Revelations. Like, getting some of the best abilities in the game from going out into the open world and finding this thing that you can interact with, and if you pass the interaction, you are just granted this overpowered ability. Right? Stuff like that, even they were like, okay, Revelations, cut them, get rid of them. We go back to more traditional systems. Getting abilities from the open world, no. You get them from playing the game like normal. It's okay. You don't have to go explore the open world. There's no need to. Don't worry about it. You won't miss anything. It seems like they just have progressively worked to remove that. Siege of Fire mod sucks. I've never used those plugins, to be fair. so I wouldn't know. I get sub-stories being marked, but it's like they want a casual player to be forced to see everything. Yeah, it does feel like, even at the point in the series that I'm at, it feels like exploring the world has just gone from, like, in the original, it wasn't really too important, like Yakuza 1. The only thing you really get for exploring in Yakuza 1 is, like, you meet Komaki. That, in terms of your main progression, that's the only thing you would really miss if you weren't exploring. But then, like, in Kenzan and Yakuza 3, they started to really play with exploring the world being your main source of progression throughout the game. Like, taking time away from the main story to go and engage with the side content is actually the best way to gain new abilities. And I loved that when I played those games. I thought that was so good. But now I feel like I've already kind of gotten to the point where, like, exploring the world doesn't have much of a reason. How far have you gotten? The last thing I played was Kiwami 1. The next thing I'm playing is Yakuza 6. Oh yeah, backwards kick is in the lockers, that's true. But yeah, like, aside from 2 things in Yakuza 1, you're not gonna miss much. But then as they went on, like, Yakuza 2 started to introduce a little bit. Like, you get the golf club heat action from playing the driving range. You get a bowling ball heat action from playing some bowling. But then, like, Kiwami, whoa. Kenzan, pretty much all of the progression in Kenzan is, like, you go play this mini game, or you go do this revelation, or you go train with your master, or everything pretty much, aside from, like, more minor progression stuff, like getting more health bar, etc. Even some of that in Kenzan. As I said it, I'm remembering more. It has been a while. Like, increasing your heat gauge. You want to get a bigger heat gauge? Go play that mini game. Go fucking shoot arrows on horseback to increase your focus and get more heat capacity. They give you, like, 2 abilities in the story, but unless you go get them, the game isn't going to hold your hand. Yeah, I think Kenzan and Yakuza 3, very different, but, like, they both pretty much had that same idea of, like, you spend time in the world and you get very well rewarded for it. Like, super handsomely rewarded for that. And I like that philosophy way more than I like, take the revelations out, take, like, most of the training out, or, like, leave the training, but, you know, make it so it's only, like, 5 things and you're good. And just pretty much put it all in the skill tree. Will you be doing the RGG mobile game? I don't know if I can do the mobile game. Can I? I don't believe I can. I haven't looked into it that deeply, though, because it's still a ways out. That's the one that I'm unsure of. Like, I genuinely just don't know. Will 100% not be like that? I think that's true. I do think if they did a full remake of Kenzan, that whole, like, design philosophy would be gone. That would be totally lost. I would agree with that. That probably is true. But there's also, like, there's a middle ground to it. Because Ishin still had a lot of exploration-based progression. But man, Ishin felt like a grind. Like, Ishin... Granted, when I play games for reviews, I do play them like it's a full-time job. I play like 8 to 10 hours a day, every day, until I finish them. Ishin, it felt like I was basically going out in the world and doing progression stuff as a full-time job. Like, there were points where in a whole like day of playing like 8 to 10 hours, I wouldn't even touch the main story. I was just trying to get like more abilities and stuff unlocked. So it's weird because Ishin did have that philosophy. I feel like it was, at least from what I've seen and from what I've heard on top of that, Ishin was the last game to kind of play with it. But Ishin felt like such a grind. Like, weirdly, it felt like a chore to do it in Ishin. Whereas in Kenzan, it felt like magical to go out and do everything and get rewarded for it left, right, and center. Ishin, it felt like a chore. The dungeons, too. Fuck, man, the dungeons. It's not even going to be funny with games like Gaiden? Oh no. I don't know, because generally, granted, this is from more so just the general Yakuza fandom. But what I always hear when people complain about Gaiden, for the most part, is I hear a lot of people being like, this was a really short game that we just didn't really need. Like, this was a really short, like, story-focused game that we didn't... This was not necessary. But I'm not against the idea of having, like, a short, quickly paced side game that is less of, like, this grand RPG and more just like, okay, here's, like, a 15-hour story to go through. It's additional side stuff leading into whatever comes next. Like, this... I'm not against the idea of that, especially in a series like this where, like, the games get huge. Because part of the reason I enjoyed Kiwami as much as I did, I feel like, was because I came off of, like, Ishin and Zero and how big those games were and how extensive, like, progression and everything was, how long it took. It was nice to have Kiwami be more of like a, you know, even with doing a lot of the side content and maxing out all the upgrades and everything, Kiwami took me like 30 hours for story and max upgrades and everything. And it was nice to have what felt like a pretty full Yakuza experience, but kind of disjointed. But like, it was 30 hours. It was still deep enough, but compared to the last two, way more short and sweet. I enjoyed that. I think that was one of the reasons I appreciated Kiwami the way that I did. Because with Kiwami, I felt like that video was me just bitching a lot. And then somehow at the end, I'm still like, I mean, I liked it. I don't know why I liked it as much as I did, but I did. I had a good time. How many games until 7? I have to go look at the count. I don't know that off the top of my head. But hold on. Yakuza 6 is next. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 games. Maybe 6. I have to look into RGG Online and whether or not I can... Can I play it? It released only in Japan. But like, I know better. There has to be a way. Is there a way that's not illegal? That's the more important thing, because this is for a YouTube video. It's not just, is there a way? It's, is there a way that is not illegal? Android? It's Android, iOS, and Windows. But it's only in Japan. But it has a Windows port. It does. I'll have to look into it, because I genuinely don't know if I can do RGG Online. Use a VPN. That probably could fly. Probably. Miss how short and sweet like 4 and Dead Souls were? You get your enjoyment, do some side stuff, and can be done without dumping tons of hours. Yeah, because like as awesome as Ishin and Zero and especially Yakuza 5 are, I want some games to be like these incredible, like massive, holy shit, I'm just blown away by how much they're doing. But I don't want that to be every single game. I want some games where I'm just like, okay, I can play this for 30 hours, get almost everything important out of the experience, and be done. Like, that's a nice sweet spot. It's still pretty deep, but it's not like 100 hours. Those are great. Because False hates when I play Yakuza games now. She didn't before. This was not always a thing. Because she's been through countless video productions of mine by now. But she hates when I tell her that I'm doing a Yakuza game soon now. Because the last 3 Yakuza games have been the last 3 before Kiwami were 5 Ishin and 0. Like back to back to back. So when I tell her that I'm about to record a Yakuza game, she's just like, oh, so you're like unavailable for a week straight. And I'm like, well, yeah, kinda. Pretty much, actually. Yeah. When you're doing Judgment and Judge Eyes, get it on PC. PS4 runs horribly. I would never do it on PS4. If PC is an option, I'll always go for PC. There's literally no reason for me to do console. I had to for Ishin. I will have to for Fist of the North Star. But if I don't have to, there's no reason. Uses the remastered PS5 version. That's kind of unfortunate, but I'll still use it. Unless there's a more legit reason not to. The unlock speed is crazy for stuff now. Yeah, I think they need to revert this, but I feel like they can't now. I feel like the new progression patch for Battlefield 6 is like opening Pandora's box. Like, I was open to playing it. I played a few matches this morning before stream when I took my break. And I genuinely wish they would revert it now that I've... Because I was against it to begin with, but it's always a matter of let me play it and see. And yeah, playing it and seeing, I'm pretty firmly like, this was a mistake. This was 100% a mistake. Different shader and slight remodeling. Yeah, I think it's fine. I'll look into it. I already own Judgment on Steam because I picked up everything on like one big sale. Spent like 140 or everything for every Yakuza game on Steam. Hashtag worth it. Crazy run. I would get so sick playing AC. We'll see. She'll try everything eventually. You give me time. She doesn't know this was I'm just buttering her up still. You just wait. She doesn't know. I haven't heard that one before. God, it got so sunny out. It is fucking bright as hell in here now. Oh no. Him saying Doria is the worst sign. Like, if I hear him say it, I know I'm fucked every time. Is your stream going? It's fine. These bowling pins are not cooperating, but other than that, it's great. Uh-oh. Come on! Oh. Way too much curve. I forget speed is a factor, too. There's no way I would 100% a game. You say that. Shit. Samson, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, Samson was a bot. Good night, Samson. Rest in peace. Imagine thanking a bot. It hadn't clapped him yet. Normally they get the bot before that, but I guess not. Gotta play Hunter Call of the Wild. I played it a few years back. Not my game. You wanted a collab bot? Oh, I see it. I see where it got held. Oops. It's so good. Yeah, but I don't really like hunting. So, like... The Coliseum being Grind City? Yeah. No, I fucking love Yakuza 5, man. People say it's bloated, and, like, it kind of is. But it's also just so... It's one of those games that you play, and you're kind of just amazed by the amount of effort that went into that project. Like, the amount of love that went into it. And it is a huge game. It's kind of bloated a little bit, but I feel like 90% of the content in Yakuza 5 is genuine, like, high-quality content. Some of it is filler, and you can kind of feel it. But for the most part, it's just so good. Not an annual release and took like 2 years. Yeah. Is it A or S tier? For me, it's S tier so far. It also has some of the best combat for sure. Just some of the most enjoyable and diverse combat, like between the characters, plus dance battles. Come on. The single greatest combat style in the game, Haruka style. Or in the series, I meant to say. Haruka style. I mean, come on. Playing that one Haruka song like 50 times. You know the one? The first one? They introduce a second one, and then you play that like twice, and you just keep playing the first one anyway. For some reason. It's great. I love it. Best style ever. Haruka could have been able to fight. She could have, but I feel like what they did with Haruka was good. Like, ultimately. Because I look at her less of, like, I look at it even less as they just didn't want Haruka to fight because they felt it would be, like, out of place, which is certainly part of it, but I almost see Haruka more as a pace breaker right at the halfway point. Like, she's the thing right dead in the middle. You get that little few hour segment before Akiyama even comes into it, right? Where you just play something that's totally different. And then you go back to playing the normal rest of the game again after. And yeah, Shinada and Kiryu's parts are definitely the best ones. Akiyama and Haruka's is certainly the weakest. Although, Saijuma's part could have been so good. I loved playing as Saejima in 5. But I think it's just very poorly paced. Like, having literally all of his side content aside from the hunting in the final chapter, which they also did in Yakuza 4, was a really poor decision, but obviously for story reasons, they kind of had to, but just, I don't know. Also, Saijima's whole character progression in 5, for the most part, not all of it, but like 80% of what they did with Saejima as a character in Yakuza 5 was just a repeat of what they did with him in Yakuza 4. Saejima is the part that I want to love so much, but like, I kind of can't the way it is. I can enjoy it, but I can't like love it. And yeah, see, like, Saijima's, speaking of hunting not really being my thing, Saijima's side story was good, but it was definitely my least favorite, even with Haruka's being in there. Because at least Haruka's was, like, a handful of little, like, 2-minute mini games that you would play. The hunting thing was really fun for a bit, but then it definitely got old. Like, I got to a point where I just didn't want to do it anymore. And so I just didn't do it anymore. The sound design and vibes are so great. Yeah, Saijima's part, like, I really want to like it, but just the pacing is fucked. The pacing is brutal. Spending half of his portion of the game in prison again was just, like, why, man? Even if they wanted to do another prison segment, I could kind of get behind it, but take it from 2 chapters to 1 chapter. You could condense that bit a lot. You could definitely condense it. I feel like Saijima's part of the game, now that I'm really reflecting on it, might be the weakest, but like, it didn't feel like the weakest when I played it. Akiyama and Haruka's did, but that might just be because, like, bouncing between 2 characters instead of just playing one at a time felt a bit awkward. And also Akiyama not even getting, like, his own city, and his combat being nerfed from 4. I think I might have just been salty about multiple things about that section on the first playthrough, and now reflecting on it more, Saijima's might be the weakest. Also, whoa, speaking of condensing down the prison bits, I don't know how this didn't come to mind sooner. The dream segments just did not need to be there. To be totally real, those not being there really would not change it. Tell me you don't need to get a perfect score. I won't. I won't. For your sake. purely for collector's sake. I actually just recently got in my copy. I don't have it handy at my desk. I put it away. But I just recently got the PS3 version of 1 and 2. Just to have. If I ever want to play those in my free time, I'll probably play them on the PS3. Shit. Being a parallel to Baba and Saijuma's story. I don't even know about any of this, to be real. I'm reading it all. I have not heard any of this before. Oh, I thought I lost that one. Beautiful. Purple Kuza. Yeah, the dream sections are odd. Those just 100% could have been cut, and it would not affect the story at all. That's like the 10% of Yakuza 5 where I'm like, this bit probably didn't need to be there. That's part of that 10%. But Saijuma's final chapter is great. Especially because by then you have a lot of like his early upgrades out of the way. So you get like the full open world experience with him, and you've already passed that hurdle of like having very, very few options and being pretty limited in combat. Like that awkward stage at the beginning's already gone by then. His final chapter is great. Just his other 3 chapters in Yakuza 5 are iffy. I haven't replayed 5 yet, but I have a strong feeling that replaying the Hunting Village chapter might be brutal. And the prison chapters, fuck, those are probably going to be brutal too. That's the downside of a chapter like that. That's just like a super linear story segment for like 2 hours straight. They're not awful on a first playthrough. Not great, but not awful. But then on a replay, I feel like I'm gonna hate those bits. Biggest misfire with Majima, though. Sorry, I ruined myself. I spoiled. Biggest misfire with Saijima was making him fight Majima as the final boss. That was the part where I just... all of it came together, and I was like, okay, what the fuck? What are we doing, man? What are we doing? We've done this. We've done the brother fight. The reunited brother fight. We did this in the last game. What are we doing? Why? They did him so dirty on the story. I really loved playing him so much. And having him up in Sapporo was so fun. Like, just the setting was great for his portion. But then, yeah, like, his story chapters were brutal. Compared to the other 4 characters in the game, it felt like story-wise, Saijima definitely got the shaft in 5. Whoa, I didn't want to say against a staff member. Had a great setup, unlike Kiryu versus Yonohu. True. But still, like, we did that in the last game. We didn't need to repeat that plot beat. And they kind of just act like it never happened in the prior game, too. It's weird. But then, you know, the opening of Saijima's story in 5 is him hanging out with Majima after everything in Yakuza 4. So, like, at the very start of his story in 5, they acknowledge that it happened. But then at the end of his story in 5, they ignore the fact that it happened. The more that I talk about it, the more frustrated I get with Saijima's story in 5. God damn it, man. Ruined the game for me. It felt so silly and out of place and all that. It 100%. And it's one of those that if you reflect on it more and you really think about what they're trying to do with that, it does work and it does make sense. But it's not like easily apparent on a first playthrough why they're doing that in the moment. So that drags it down a lot. But even on my first playthrough, even when I was sitting there like, this is some silly ass bullshit. What are we doing? The fight was so good. The fight kicked so much ass. I loved that boss fight. It was so fun. I was over it. I was over it pretty quick. I was able to move on pretty easily once the actual fight got going. I still think it's one of the better boss fights from the series too. Gameplay-wise, I think it's one of the better fights. Story-wise and everything, I don't know. But the fight itself was good. Anyway. It is about that time. I gotta go back to the video work. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff. Like, well, what am I scheduled for tomorrow? Resident Evil Remake 100%. We're also working through the Metal Gears, the Ace Combats. Come back for any of it. It's all good. Also, if you enjoyed, leave a like. Algorithm, you know how that goes. Boosts it up. I appreciate it. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. If you're looking for links to anything else outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out the links in the description below on YouTube. Or on Twitch, check the channel page, chat commands, whatever. You'll find what you're looking for. Twitter, Discord, anything it might be. It's all there. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you always back here next time. I hope you all have the rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.